Hello everybody and welcome back to Rated E for Entertainment. Today's video is going to be on Justice League. This is going to be my review of it. And just getting into it, I saw this on Saturday. Couldn't see Thursday or Friday. So I saw this Saturday and my theater had this special popcorn tin, collectible tin. And it's cool because it's nice and metal. And this collectible cup, just like the Thor Ragnarok cup. So that was pretty cool. And I'm just going to get into how excited I was and how hype I was for this movie. I'm a humongous DC fan. I thought that let me start off. Man of Steel, I loved. Batman v Superman has a lot of problems, but I still enjoy some of the movie. I feel like the Ultimate Edition is decent. Suicide Squad, not good. Wonder Woman, amazing. I loved it. So coming off of that, we're going into Justice League, coming off of 2 losses, I feel like, with Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad, and 2 wins with Man of Steel and Wonder Woman. We're going to see how DC does. And getting into it right now, the story was done as well as they could have, I feel like. Some of the writing was a little off and a little wonky, but other than that, the story makes a lot of sense. It makes perfect sense, especially with uniting the lead and the unity of the league, getting them together. I felt like the story did that very well, especially with what Steppenwolf was doing and what he needs in order to unite this league, especially with getting the mother boxes and having to save the world. I felt like the story was very well done for the most part. We're going to get into what each character and how I feel like they did. Steppenwolf was I don't want to say bad, he was just an underdeveloped villain, just this CGI villain. And he wasn't much in the movie, you know. Some very cool action scenes with him though. Just his character was just not a character. He was just, you know, this villain who's just like, I'm going to do this and that and destroy the world. However, it does work in the sense for Darkseid and setting up Darkseid. You know, he does say in the movie that he's doing this for Darkseid. So that was like the one character moment that we got from him, that he's doing it for Darkseid. And so we're going to see what happens in the next few DC movies with getting the next Justice League and seeing what Darkseid is going to do. All the characters did great. I loved them all, especially Flash. Like I said, Flash is my favorite DC character. I did feel like Flash and Aquaman could have been more developed. I felt like they were a little underdeveloped, especially Aquaman. And they just kind of joined the team. Batman, Ben Affleck still does such a great job as Batman. He takes kind of a backseat in this movie, but still does a great job. Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, still amazing coming off of her movie. You know, her character is trying to basically, she doesn't realize it yet, but she's kind of becoming the leader of this team, and she does an amazing job in the movie. Cyborg Ray Fisher, for his first movie, he did a great job with the character, especially just with, you know, Cyborg isn't really a mopey type, but for when he first becomes Cyborg, he is. So I feel like he portrayed that very well. Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller, like I said, Flash and Aquaman were pretty underdeveloped, but for their performances, they did a very good job. All the actors did a great job, you know, Amy Adams and all of that. Throughout this movie, I did feel like, especially with the reshoots and everything that happened with Zack Snyder and his daughter, which was very tragic and very upsetting. I did feel like the movie was a little rushed, especially with the character development and especially with the story. Just throughout the movie, it just felt, throughout some parts, it was a little rushed. But other than that, great. I loved it. The CGI was very good. Sometimes on Cyborg, you know, when he's so shiny and just when he kind of stands out. Sometimes it was a little off. And we're getting into a little bit of a spoiler here. So just skip ahead a few seconds. Henry Cavill, Superman, his mouth, you know, they had to CGI it because of his mustache. Was a little off at times too. But other than that, the CGI was great. This movie, like I said, it's a step in the right direction. For me personally, I loved it. I love seeing the unity of the Justice League, them coming together, and some amazing shots by Zack Snyder of the team, just beautiful. This movie looked amazing. I loved it from start to finish, honestly. I'm excited to see what's next. I do see the flaws in this movie, but like I said, just I can overlook that as a humongous fan of the Justice League. I do, however, see that if you haven't seen the other films, you should probably see some of them. I feel like BVS, mostly. But like I said, it's a step in the right direction. I feel like the critics are very wrong. I feel like it does not deserve, especially on Rotten Tomatoes at 34% or whatever it got. But on my scale, I have very bad, bad, okay, good, and great. I'm going to go in the very middle of good and great. I love this movie. Some definite problems, but a step in the right direction. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a like if you did. It helps out a lot. Please share the video. You can follow me on Instagram at rated_E_4_entertainment and on Twitter at rated_E1. Some more videos coming up. My Walking Dead review. The Flash. I'm going to be combining last week's episode and this week's episode in one review. And that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.